They said Officer Marcus Hale walked off his post. That's what the reports claimed. That's what the captain told the press. And that's what the city chose to believe, because believing otherwise would have cracked open a truth too ugly, too powerful, and too expensive to face. But 7 years later, a scratched silver badge showed up behind a pawn shop counter, and the lie finally began to rot from the inside out. Marcus Hale wasn't supposed to make it far. Raised on the South Side, first in his family to wear a uniform, Marcus joined the force with a quiet pride and an unshakable belief that the badge meant something. He believed in procedure, in truth, in protecting people who looked like him. People the system often forgot, but from day one, he was underestimated. Senior officers mocked his calm voice. Supervisors sidelined him to paperwork and night patrols. And when Marcus started flagging irregularities, evidence lockers logged twice, overtime approvals that didn't add up, he was told to stop seeing ghosts. The most powerful figure in the precinct was Captain Robert Vance. Decorated, connected, untouchable. Vance smiled when Marcus raised concerns, then quietly reassigned him to the deadest shift in the city. Stick to traffic stops, Vance said once, clapping Marcus on the shoulder. Leave the big stuff to the big boys. Marcus nodded, but he didn't stop looking. On a rainy Tuesday night, Marcus radioed in for backup near the old warehouse district. His voice was steady, but urgent. Unit 12 requesting assistance. I've got something here that doesn't feel right. That was the last transmission anyone ever heard from him. By morning, his cruiser was found abandoned. Door open, engine cold, no blood, no weapon, no badge. The department moved fast. Too fast. They labeled Marcus a deserter within days. Said he'd cracked under pressure. Said he'd probably fled to avoid disciplinary action. Captain Vance stood at the podium and shook his head solemnly. A tragedy, he said. But Officer Hale made his choice. Marcus's mother, Ruth Hale, watched in the front row, fists clenched, knowing in her bones it was a lie. But no one listened to a black mother from the South Side. The case went cold. The city moved on. 7 years passed. Captain Vance got promoted. The warehouse district was redeveloped. Marcus's name faded from roll calls and memory, except in Ruth's small living room, where his academy photo stayed lit by a candle every night. Then one afternoon, a young pawn shop owner named Eli Turner noticed something odd. A man had brought in an old police badge, worn, scratched, the serial number half faded, but unmistakable. Eli had grown up around cops. He knew you didn't pawn a badge unless something was very wrong. When he ran the serial number through a retired friend, the name came back like a ghost. Officer Marcus Hale. Missing, presumed deserted. Eli hesitated, then made a call that would change everything. The badge made its way to Internal Affairs, where a newly assigned investigator, Lieutenant Naomi Brooks, took one look and froze. Naomi was everything the old guard hated. By the book, relentless and impossible to intimidate. And she had one more thing they didn't expect. She remembered Marcus. He'd helped her once as a rookie, covered for her when she made a mistake, told her, truth matters, even when it costs you. Naomi reopened the file. What she found was worse than negligence. It was orchestration, radio logs altered, evidence mislabeled, witness statements buried, and every trail led back to one name signed neatly in blue ink, Captain Robert Vance. For the first time in years, the balance of power began to shift. Naomi went to Ruth Hale with the badge. Ruth didn't cry. She just closed her eyes and whispered, I knew my son didn't run. As the investigation widened, cracks spread through the department. Officers came forward quietly. Warehouse cameras, long thought erased, were miraculously recovered. A secret task force surfaced. Illegal seizures, payoffs. And one night, 7 years ago, a cop who'd seen too much. Marcus hadn't disappeared. He'd been silenced. The city buzzed with anger. Protests erupted. Headlines screamed his name again, this time with the word truth beside it. Captain Vance was placed on administrative leave. For the first time, the powerful man who once dismissed Marcus Hale sat alone, under fluorescent lights, being questioned. But just as Naomi prepared to issue warrants, a sealed envelope slid under her office door. Inside was a grainy photo taken the night Marcus vanished. It showed the warehouse. It showed Captain Vance. And in the background, barely visible, hands bound, eyes alive, Marcus Hale, alive. Naomi's phone rang. A distorted voice whispered, "If you want him back, stop digging." The line went dead. To be continued in part 2. I prefer this response.